Basi semeni one time. One time. Asanteni, you can take your seat.
I'm the one who takes you.
Thank you. Yeah, it went well. Well done. I was going to do it. Hi. Sorry? So, there's a very popular thing, Dugurigi G. Kuja upigwe picha na this kuzo. After all, you are the family spokesman. Na JB kuja upigwe picha na your kuzos. Asanteni. Dawa.
Sorry.
Main kuzo. Kujeni hapo. Well done. Tena one time. Yule kuzo kutoka Ingo kuja upigwa hapa Lumalas. Mtoto wa Ingo, a very senior advocate. Well done. And I'm actually going to talk about you in a minute. Asante. Piga hiyo selfie. Kumbukeni kulipa in dollars kwa refugee. Thank you. Gorasho. Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I made sure we were 55 of us here.
It's okay. Well done. Well done. Thank you. From Masako.
Yes,
And thank you. Well done. Your council members.
Yes.
Well done. Basi kwa kifupi sana, because we came here to get entertained and to dance, a very easy day. But as lawyers, let me remind you that I personally celebrate the fact that we have Constitution 2010. If you Google Article 11, because I'm sure you can, I've checked that Wi-Fi is okay. Haijakatwa kama ile ya Mama Suluhu. You can Google and look at Article 11 and read it for yourself. The right to culture. And we must celebrate our culture. It is the foundation of who we are. And therefore we should really be very proud. I was expecting to find, like an attempt was made yesterday, Senior Counsel Kajama, if you remember, at Hotel Le Serene last night. People turned up for the gala night organized by the Nairobi chapter of LSK to celebrate those of us who have been giving pro bono services. And they were really, some in bow ties, some others in very expensive attire. But look at us here, great minds from the mountain, members of the Law Society, celebrating their culture. There's nothing that makes me really feel happier than what I'm seeing here today. Why don't you clap for yourselves? Because mkosamila ni mtumwa. Si wahenga walisema hivyo? Bado, I think there's a challenge with your microphone. Thank you. Because I just want to echo the words and the sentiments that my colleagues have made. Ama nishikilie? Maybe it's better. No, it's worse. The other one. Thank you. I think this is better. Toa hiyo hapo bwana. Sasa tuelewane. Because this is time set aside specifically for this purpose. If you look at your Article 11, and then of course you know that when we enacted Constitution 2010, which I believe is a true legacy by our fallen hero, Mzee Mwai Kibaki, and now our brother Raila Odinga. And since we are still in the mourning period, allow me to ask all of us to stand for 1 minute and remember those giants of Constitution 2010. Remember them for a minute. Mwai Kibaki was the president. Raila Odinga was the prime minister. yours truly was a vice president. They gave us a truly important document. Let's just remember them for 1 minute. Thank you.
Check on two.
Joey. Ay. I welcome you to join me on Thursday. And we'll go and shout Joey. Because we want, my friend, please. Tafadhalini musije mukanichezea sample hiyo. I'll begin to organize a demonstration. I'm actually an expert. So, is that better? Thank you. Those of you able, let's actually go to Bondo next Thursday in a style like no other to begin, because there's no way William Ruto and his ilk can pretend to mourn Raila Amolo Odinga. There's no way. There's no way. Absolutely no way. So those of us who feel that we have a true inheritance in Constitution 2010, let us all go to Bondo. People are, watu wanatoa ng'ombe, wengine mbuzi, tuende huko. Celebrating also our culture. We join with our brothers and sisters from the Lake region. But today, here on the slopes of Mount Kenya, remember one time, I said, nitapita katikati. How many of you remember that? Some of you laughed at me. Some of you said demeaning things. But today I want to remind you, it was because it was an attempt to isolate the mountain that at the end of it, I became the 10th vice president. Not because I was elected, I was appointed by Kibaki. No, it was a negotiated position. But that negotiation took into account that the 40 against 1 was issued, and we said no. Your cousins, Ndugu Rigeji, Ndugu JB, from the mountain, south of the mountain, said no, we will not allow any isolation of any Kenyan community from the rest of the Kenyan society. And today I give you my pledge. For as long as I am alive, you guys should sit pretty. My little contribution, itahakikisha kwamba Kenya is one indivisible country. This is why we want us to move from the mountain to the lake next week. And let us see ni nani anaweza kutuzuia. Because that is what this country is. And we will celebrate our culture. Secondly, it has been said that when you sit pretty and complain about bad laws, bad legislation, it is because those of you decide to sit in the comfort of your living rooms, or sit munaenda koroga, as Ndugu Rigiji said. Munaenda Ruiru kukoroga. Now, 8 million of us could not brave the morning chill on the what date was it? On the 9th of August, 2022. And the result of it was election of a government that has now come out to be seen worldwide as a thieving administration, a corrupt administration. The number 1 corrupt leader in the world is now, because the reigning champion was Assad of Syria, and he was overthrown and fled to Moscow. The number 2 most corrupt leader is a Kenyan president. Is that the kind of reputation as learned friends that we want to have in our country? Therefore, we must get up. We are coming here tunataka tu ndio nikamilishe tufanye mugithi. The time for doing something is now. the late Professor Wangari Maathai. You remember that Kenyan icon? From the mountain. She was my deputy minister when I was a minister for the environment. And she gave the example of the hummingbird. Asema the hummingbird aliona mlima unachomeka kama Mount Kenya. And then the big animals, the lions, the elephants, they could do nothing. But the hummingbird started with a little wings, anaenda anachota maji, anakuja kujaribu kuzima hiyo mto. And then the big animals asked the little bird, what in the world are you trying to do? And the hummingbird said, at least I'm trying to do something. Now lawyers, members of the bar, please, in our own little way, we cannot have a country go down the drain while we call ourselves professionals. And so, I want to ask that election time, an election is not an event, it is a process. And the process of the next election, you know what happened with the selection? William Ruto led IBC. I remember that my friend Raila, may God rest his soul in peace, had agreed that they would produce Professor, I forget the name now, the professor who is a member of IBC Selection Commission, and then Kokimulu was supposed to be in that. They wakachenga. Now we have a commission because you are sitting pretty. Now as we move on, I want to ask that all of you, living the spirit of the young Kenyans who have been abducted, put in those boots, charged under POTA, Prevention of Terrorism Act, where Mukunji and others were. And we went there with Gacheri and others and tried to do something. And we said no to that kind of administration of law in our country. Therefore, I want to urge that now prepare that the 55,000 polling stations in this country will be manned by, among others, lawyers, and particularly the young ones. In addition to going for those elected positions, tafadhalini, in addition for going for those elected positions, do also determine to make sure there will be no rigging, regardless of the fact that we have a Ruto-led IEBC. Senior Counsel Deritu and my other friends, and I saw Eric, our former president here, I think he's been mentioned of. We really have work to do in mentoring the young lawyers to take up their position. So as you look at the polling stations, also make sure that you come out to vote. Because 8 million of you did not vote. The middle class, as my brother said. And that 8 million people, I think today are the ones who are suffering most of a taxation by this regime, doing illegitimate things. We know we have said executive order number 1, do away with housing levy tax. We've said that. You're even sitting here, sitting idle, you're seeing William Ruto convert all freehold land to leasehold land. What does that mean? In the villages, what will happen to even community land and other lands? So I don't want to really spoil your evening. I thought I just wanted to come celebrate this evening, tell you that you have all of us. Whenever there's an issue, remember the little girl Rose Jerry, who did public participation with regard to the Finance Act last year, was it 2024? 2025. And she was arrested and put in there and messed up. That little girl, Rose Njeri, has become a world beater. She has joined the list of the most prominent, I think, times 100 most influential people in the world. We had to go to court for Rose Njeri. People with innovation, innovate to make sure when we actually say one term, we actually mean it. We don't mean any evil against anybody. We are just saying we cannot have a country being run this way. And so, if we take up that challenge, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll meet here next year. And I can see next year will even be bigger. I gave my few goats today. And I'm here to eat the ngatwarie. I'm here to celebrate the ngatwarie and mutura. The trouble with the ngatwarie, munaweka a lot of ndamu huko ndani, but that's okay. So this is wonderful, wonderful. And I join my brother Rigiji. We need to get quality in the National Assembly. James Orengo is senior counsel. Even the Senator Kisumu is senior counsel. Otiendo Molo is senior counsel. Let us also now go for quality. Remember, we used to have Paul Muite from the mountain. Paul Muite is now grown a little age, Sindio. But during his time, remember the young Turks, Gitobu Manyara. Remember the young Turks. Kamau Kuria, relentless. Kamau Kuria could never stomach dictatorship. So let us have the new crop. And the new crop is in this house tonight. May God bless you, give you courage. Asanteni sana. I think I stop there. Thank you.